big number, big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, Booker T. Mike 5-4. Run left. Check.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now a Bay Area native from up in Berkeley. This is Marshawn Lynch. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Let's go. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. D Ford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 38, Garoppolo. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
What's the run? They're running it.
Now a give, running right is Lynch. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Green 80. Mike 54. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Check.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
brings up 2nd and 4.
What? 3-15. You're not ready. You're not ready. What?
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
14, got it. Coming to you. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. We're scoreless after 1. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Carson. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Carson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
11. White.
Check Mike 56.
Hey, Foxtrot.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. This is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Watch the whip. 21. 11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
54's Mike.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, watch it. Shit.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
21. 21. Here we go. 21.
Second and 5 now. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Check flag 33. I got you. Mike, check 33. 33. Watch the run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is in this situation.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
56 is the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
14, got it. Alert. 56, Mike, 50.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lynch running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Watch out.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it with Carson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, switch gears. Jump. 12.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. It's complete to Lockett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's caught by Sanders. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 50.
Bravo.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Oh, he's going to let this go for the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Watch the run.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And now Garoppolo lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Trick pass.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, he's going to air one out, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number one, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bring it. 57, Mike 57.
Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You ain't doing nothing today. 56 to Mike.
On second and 11 now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, an even 90 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Man, I got you. Check 99. Check 99.
Check.
Right there.
Gun.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Operating from the gun. Wilson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, a run with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Get the tracks, baby. Get off the tracks.
It's 4th down.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Jacob Hollister. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 49ers, 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 14. My gun.
To throw is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play. A turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead.
Let's go, baby.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
To throw is Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
21. Here we go. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that's complete to Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders. 63 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brad McDougald. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.